everyone, hope you're all having a great week. My name is Lydia Ali and thank you for joining me on another exciting episode on House and Home. Coming up on this week's episode on House and Home, we have fitness with Rachael from Nagunan Fitness and we have our pet care tips with RSPCA. I just love the greenery here at the Port Moresby Nature Park. Not only is it a great place for you to come here and wind down and rejuvenate after a long hectic week of work, you can come here to learn about the endangered species, both the plants and the animals. Many of us like to accessorize our hair these days. For males, it could be a clean haircut or a stylish hat. Now for females, there are a few things that we like to accessorize our hair with. It could be a nice flower or a stylish clip or the trendy scrunchies that are going viral these days. On our first segment, I will be showing you how you can hand sew your own scrunchies at home. So the materials that we will need to make our hand sewn scrunchie are, you will need some fabric of your choice and a fabric that you think will go well with your outfit of the day. You will also need some measuring tape, some elastic rubber band, some sewing needles, a scissors, some tacking pins, and of course the master material that will hold everything together, a cotton. Now make sure the color of your cotton is the same as your fabric. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out our fabric. So you're going to take your measuring tape and for the width, you're going to measure 12 centimeters. And for the length, you're going to measure 30 centimeters. So once you take your measurements, you mark them off with a biro or a pencil and then you cut out. You can use your tacking pins to hold the fabric together so that your measurement is precise and there are no layovers. So after you're done cutting out your fabric, we're going to go ahead to the next step. For our next step, you're going to open up the fabric that you cut out. Make sure that it's inside out, the wrong way up. And you fold it up like this. Once you're done laying out your fabric like this, you're going to take your tacking pins and attach both sides together. Once you're done attaching both sides together, you're going to fold your fabric and find the middle part. You're going to leave a space in the middle for the opening. Now, if you're forgetful like me, you can print out the word open and paste it right here in the middle, just as a reminder. Now we're going to sew. For our stitch, we're going to use our basic running stitch. So after you've done your running stitch on both sides, we have our opening here, and this is the next step. So what you're going to do, you're going to remove your paper and your tacking pin, and you're going to fold this one in this way until you meet the other end. Once you've pulled it all the way to the other end, you have to make sure that they are in line. And if you have any flyaways, you can simply take your scissors and cut them out. You're going to go ahead and sew these two sides together. And again, we're basically using our running stitch. Now, after you've sewn these two pieces together, we're going to come back to the opening, the part where we didn't sew, and we're going to pull it out. Now when you turn your fabric the right way up, this is what it should look like. Now we're going to add our rubber and see how our scrunchie turns out. Now for your elastic rubber band, you're going to measure 20 centimeters. So you take your measuring tape and measure out 20 centimeters. Now through our opening, we're going to go in with our elastic rubber band. Once you bring both ends of the elastic rubber band to meet at the center, you're going to sew up the elastic rubber band together. For this stitch, we're going to go in with a much tighter stitch, which is called the double stitch. You can go in with this stitch as much as you like so that you keep the rubber band elastic intact. Once that's done, we're going to close our opening. Now this is the tricky part. When you're closing the opening of the scrunchie, make sure you fold your fabric in and fold so that it turns out like the rest of the scrunchie. And there you have it, viewers. That's how you make a hand-sewn scrunchie. I hope you all try it out at home. And the materials are not that difficult to find. You can find them at your local supermarket. Welcome back. Now this is a fascinating tree that you don't see every day, but it is called a cannonball tree. The seeds are as large as a coconut or a cannonball, and they're used to store food and water. And this tree is native to the Amazon rainforest. Interesting fact. Now next up on our show, we have our fitness segment with Rachael from Nagunan Fitness.
Hi guys, so my name is Rachael. I am the fitness trainer and owner of Nagunan Fitness. Nagunan means home, so technically doing fitness sessions at the back in my backyard. So right now we are doing sort of like a toning session for upper body strength and cardio. So here's everyone. Everyone say hi! And let's get right to it. Get down with the beat, get down with the beat, and move your body. Get down with the beat, and move your body. Mindset, the mentality, dreams can take you anywhere, you know. All right, let's go.
So 7 reps maybe?
No, just do 10. Maybe do 10, yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go all the way out, then press up, then rotate back in. As we're rotating, you should be able to feel the different parts of your shoulders working. So out wide, then press up, then rotate back in. Try to also control your breathing. So as inhale as you're there. When you press out, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Inhale back in, then exhale. There you go. So this should really tone up the shoulders and broaden it out as well as you're keeping the shoulders out wide. There you go. Too easy. There you go. Just use the arms, keeping the back tight. As you pull in, squeeze from your back. There you go. Breathe. Look straight ahead. There you go. Keep your neck neutral, in line with your spine. There you go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2. There you go. Last one. Squeeze and let go. Too easy. This one here really targets out the back muscles. So if you really want to define the back, this workout is very suitable for you. That's it. So where you want to feel the tension from is right from your biceps. There you go. 5 more. 4. Breathe. There you go. Last 2. That's it. Last 1. Up and time. Nice. Too easy. So you have there's different parts of your muscles that you can really work on. And what we try to focus on is really engaging on your muscles more than doing the reps. So it's not about how fast you go, it's about engaging the muscles and controlling the workout or the exercises as you go. Hands over, you can do 1 under, 1 over. Okay? Lock it in, ass to grass, and try to maintain that back flat. Yeah, keep the chest up. Press your feet off the ground to pick up. Then drop back down. Chest first, then drop. Come back up, then drop back down.
That's fine.
1, then drop back down. Chest first, up. 2, there you go. Drop down. Up. 3. Too easy. Drop back down. Up. 4. That's it. Keep your focus there. Keep your focus up. Yeah. 5. Up. There you go. You got 3 more. Up. 2. That's it. Last one. Press your feet. Too easy. Last one. Nice. It's a very complex movement. You pretty much focus on the lower back, your hamstrings, your glutes, and more on your core as well. So if you've got the form right, you'd actually feel all those muscles being targeted. So this movement right here is called a front raise or a single arm front raise. What you're doing is trying to keep the elbows straight as you're picking up the dumbbell and bringing it back down. Bring it up, then back down. Where you want to feel the tension is right from your shoulders, okay? So as you're picking it up, try to control that movement and not too much hip movements there or hyperextending your back. So you're just keeping the hips straight by engaging from your core and controlling that breathing as well. Maybe say 12 reps, 4 rounds of this. You can do a double, a single, then back to a double, just to really get the movement and shoulders being targeted. Alright, so that was the end of our training session. If you are interested in getting tone, Tuesdays and Thursdays are our days. You can also contact me on 7149-2763. Otherwise on email, nagunanfitness@gmail.com. Thank you guys. See you again. Ta-ta.
Welcome back to the show. Now, if you've just joined us, you're watching House and Home, and I'm Lydia. We're here at the beautiful Port Moresby Nature Park to learn about our endangered plants and animals. Now, we've learned about the cotton ball tree. Now we're here at Port Moresby Nature Park's Rainforest Retreat. And while I go and check out some facts on the species that they keep here, up next on our show, we have our healthcare tips with RSPCA.
Hello everyone, my name is Mulberry. I'm the clinic admin officer. I've been working with the RSPCA for 9 years, and we'll be talking about desexing and why it's important. So desexing is important because it stops them from getting diseases like TVT. TVT affects male and female. It's a sexual transmitted diseases. So desexing stops that from happening, and also it stops it from reproducing. So we are limiting stray animals in the city. So desexing is very important as well for control of population. For desexing age, puppies can be desexed at the age of 6 months and above. So from 6 months and above, they can be desexed. Vaccinations cover parvovirus, leptospirosis, coronavirus, kennel cough, heartworms, and intestinal worms as well. So heartworm and intestinal worms are two different things. Heartworm affects the heart itself, and the intestinal worms affects the intestines and the body. So vaccination, it covers the disease and the viruses. It protects the puppies from that. For the costings, you're looking between 400 to 500 if they come in for the vaccination. If they get sick, it's a lot more than that. You're looking between 7,000 to 2,000. So it's best to get your puppies vaccinated prior to them getting sick.
Hello everyone, my name is Karen Swale. I am the clinic admin manager here at RSPCA. I'm basically going to talk about the importance of vaccination and why it's important to vaccinate your pets at home. I'm going to be discussing about cats and kittens vaccinations. So basically it is everyone's responsibility as a responsible pet owner to make sure that they come in to vaccinate their kittens at an early stages of their life so that they can avoid diseases that can be disabling and also can lead to death. Just to name a few of the diseases that can be contagious in cats and kittens is cat flu, respiratory infections, feline immune deficiency virus, which is also short for FIV, feline leukemia, and ringworm, heartworm, and other intestinal worms. Just like puppies, the intestinal worms and ringworm and heartworm all treated differently, and they have to come in for different medication for those particular worming tablets or even injections. So to avoid any of the symptoms that are caused by these particular diseases, you'll probably find that they will have bloody stool, they may be not eating very well, they could be lethargic or very lazy, sleepy, but mainly the signs to look out for would be the bloody stool and also the fact that they're vomiting and not eating very well. These are the signs that you need to make sure that you look out for in any of your animals to bring them in straight away for them to be treated. The average cost to vaccinate your cats and kittens, for vaccinations it's 300 to 400 kina for kittens, and that stages are at 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then 16 weeks. If you then bring in your cats or kittens when they're already infected, then you will be looking at a lot more money, and you would be looking at 800 to 1,000 kina, or even sometimes 2,000 kina, depending on the hospitalization fees. So it's very important to bring in your pets for neutering or spaying them, which is basically, to shorten the term, desexing them, so that we can avoid multiple litters of kittens being surrendered to us, or also being discarded or abandonment on the streets of Port Moresby. RSPCA have a donation program for this particular procedure, which is called Operations Wanted. To inquire or come in and ask for this particular operation, you must inquire at the front desk and ask for this particular program. And basically, you can pay a donation. The minimal amount that you can pay is 100 kina. If you have a pet that you would like to get desexed, it also depends on the weight, and it can cost up to 300 to 500 kina. So to contact RSPCA, you can basically go to our Facebook page on RSPCA of PNG, or you can email us on rspca@rspca.org.pg. On our Facebook page, you can also find out about our contact numbers for reception, who will then direct you to any of the particular departments for your inquiries.
Thank you, RSPCA, for those healthcare tips and that educational talk on why it is important to vaccinate our pets. Now we're here at Port Moresby Nature Park's Rainforest Retreat, and we're going to learn about the cassowaries. Now these cassowaries are called the Southern cassowaries, or muruk as we call it in Tokpisin. Now these cassowaries are said to be near threatened, meaning that there is not a lot of them here in the country, which is very dangerous because cassowaries help spread seeds up to 100 different species. So it's sad to see that we're losing part of our culture and diversity because we're not taking care of our rainforest and little things like the ecosystem and everything around us, the nature in general. You're watching House and Home. We'll go for a short break and be right back on the other side. Welcome back to the show. Now, before we wrap things up, last week Friday, the 24th of February, we all observed the National Remembrance Day of our late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare. Now, in respect to our late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, the House and Home team have put something together in commemoration of the day. Known across the country simply as the Chief, Sir Michael Somare was Papua New Guinea's longest-serving leader after it became independent of Australia in 1975. He was the Prime Minister for 17 years during 4 separate periods. He played a pivotal role in PNG's modern politics. He was a symbol of unity, forgiveness, and humility. He has been remembered for uniting a country with over 800 languages, with diverse cultures and traditions. The late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare passed away on February 26, 2021 at the age of 84 after being diagnosed with the late-stage pancreatic cancer. At his state funeral, his daughter said these words, and I quote, "Sir Michael was a loyal husband to our mother and a great father first to his children, then grandchildren, and his great-granddaughter. But we all endeared that many Papua New Guineans equally embraced Sir Michael as father and grandfather." The late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare will live on through his contributions to Papua New Guinea as an independent, strong, vibrant nation into the future.
I hope you will each find the grace to continue our dream of our great nation, Papua New Guinea. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And that is all we have for you for this week's episode on House and Home. We hope you all enjoyed the lineup. Make sure to come down here to the Port Moresby Nature Park and enjoy the scenario here and get to learn about some of our endangered plants and animals. On behalf of the House and Home team and I, have a pleasant rest of your week, and we'll see you all next week, same time, right here on House and Home.